coming here today to celebrate the life of Cannon, our most beloved furry friend. Cannon held a special place in our hearts. Even though he had his flaws, Cannon was the best black Labrador retriever we could have ever asked for. Matter of fact, Cannon was the missing puzzle piece that completed this family. For a home is not actually a home without his companionship and slobbery love. This may be cliche when I say this, but Cannon was more than just a pet. He was a member of our family. And even though he's passed away, he will not be forgotten, for he will live on in our hearts and in our memories for all time. To begin, let me go back in the past to see how we came to know and love Cannon. Cannon first became a part of this family when I was really young, like young as I wasn't even in school yet, so I don't remember a lot of the details, but my parents were able to fill in the blanks for me. At the time, we only had 2 dogs and we were not expecting to get another. But there he was, and we knew we had to do something for him. Cannon was first spotted near our local convenience store, and we were assuming he was dumped by his previous owners because he was very scrawny for his size and he had no collar on. And the problem with Cannon is that he was very leery of people, so when anyone tried to come up on him, he'd instantly bolt away. Luckily, our town cop was able to catch him, and he probably spent around 2 weeks in our town shelter before my parents decided to go see him. I remember my parents telling me of the first time they visited Cannon. He was very scared of them as he was backed up into the far corner of his kennel and he was barking at them, not in an aggressive way, but in a very timid way. And my parents realized this and they didn't give up on him as they spent hours in there luring him out with treats before he finally trusted them. When we took Cannon home for the first time, he was a very shy and kind-hearted boy. That was until his demeanor changed when he got comfortable around us. In short, Cannon was a very hyperactive dog. And even though he was chaotic at times, Cannon had a lovable personality that instantly won our hearts over. And even though Cannon was quite the goofball, he had a lot of fun with us and enjoyed doing a lot of things. Cannon loved to be inside and outside of the house. Some of his favorite indoor activities were barking at the cats and squirrels and usual mailman that would pass by, getting butt scratches, eating treats, and playing with our other dogs. Some outdoor activities he liked to do were going on long walks with us, getting car rides, and also running with us on the dirt road. However, his favorite game was probably the Catch Me If You Can. And like any dog, Cannon was the type to run away when he saw the chance at freedom and not come back. And this would usually happen when he escaped from the house or we accidentally let him out. And the problem with this game is that it was kind of like a tag game, except you were always it and you'd have to be chasing him all around town. Not surprising, even when you would try to stop and call him back, he either would not listen to you or did not understand what you were saying. The hilarious thing about this is that when you would stop to either take a break or a breather, he would also stop and wait until you started chasing him again before he picked back up. And the only way you would win this wild goose chase is if you either caught him off guard or he was distracted long enough, you could come up behind him and grab him. And even though he was a pain in the butt for this, he was a very good boy most of the times and a great addition to this family. Cannon impacted our lives greatly. As I remember when I was younger and having rough days at school, I would always come back home every single day and see him wagging his tail and grinning up with me with that cute smile. And it always made me happy to know that someone loved my company and was always there for me. Cannon would also let me give him kisses and hugs, and he definitely did not like that, but most importantly, he would listen to me. So you could say he was kind of like our own therapy dog. And Cannon was also a very good sound alarm and protector, as every single day he'd sit by our front window and bark at anyone that came near our house. So we instantly knew if someone was coming up before they even knocked. Every single night, when my mom came to check up on Maya and me, Cannon would also come in our room and check and sit by my bed and check to see if I was doing okay. And that's probably why I grew such an emotional attachment to him. And even though there's so many more good things I could say about Cannon, I'm going to wrap it up and say a few more words. Cannon was my best friend, and even though it breaks my heart to see him gone, we shouldn't be sad because he wouldn't want that. In fact, we should relive and remember the good times we had with him. As for me, I still know he always watches me every single night when I fall asleep. Thank you, Cannon, for blessing this family, and may you rest in peace. Thank you for listening to my speech.
Woohoo!